Alright, and we are live. I wasn't aware this game started at 10. Um, Last time I started it earlier, and the game hadn't started yet. So there you have it. Um, I finally got the scoreboard to work, and the lead is not 10-2, but it's now 12-4 in the favor of the Celtics. So far, I've got to get the timer right, but it is working, which is great to see. Let me just get that a little bit smaller. I will change it at the next stoppage, which is now, and there's about 6 minutes to play in the quarter. If I can get this thing up, put it there. Okay. Should be right now. Just got to get ready to play it at the right time. Alright. In theory, when I click the button, it should work. Okay. And that should be good enough. Yep. Alright, we've finally got it going. And there is a shot by Boston. And I'm not exactly 100% sure how the team has started at the moment, but a 9-point lead would be suggesting that the Celtics are playing significantly better. I've got to get really used to using this scoreboard. Duke with the drive and the miss, Dayron with the putback. So Dayron, from what I've seen, has been probably the best player at the moment. And then there he is, nearly forcing a turnover again. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout. So I've really got to get used to this scoreboard, but I hope people are doing well. Let me just have a look at the box score as well. I think we have about, 5 minutes 17 to play in the quarter. All right. A little bit more cohesive than last time, which is good to see. Righto. Okay. Should be right to go now. So currently the scores, Kess, Raekwon Gray, Dayron Sharp with the points. David Duke and Cam haven't scored yet. We've had the one turnover. It's really about it. Missed quite a few shots. And the Celtics haven't missed a 3 and have made 6 of their 10. So that's speaking volumes, you would think. Alright, and we're off and running again. And that's an air ball on the post hook. And Gray to the corner. And the pass to Dayron in the post. And that post up is off, but right thinking. Like to see it. Three-pointer again. That one's off by whoever that dude is. And Gray the other way. Takes it all the way to the rack. And scores for Brooklyn. So, lead is down to 5. Boston with a few empty possessions. And it looks like, well, Boston nearly turned it over. It's actually going to turn into a good offensive possession where they had an extra number. And it's going to go the other way for Brooklyn. I would imagine a loose ball foul. That's a great take by Gray into the paint. So, good stuff by him. Alright, and we're back underway. Alondas Williams. To Cam, who drives into the paint and kicks it out. Gray should have shot that. Instead, too much passing and a turnover. And it looks like that's a goaltend. So, it will be 2 points to Boston. And it will be going in the other direction. So, Williams will take it now. Feed it to Cam. Couple screens set for him. He is in an ISO. He shoots a tough contested 2 and scores over the top of the defender. Unbelievable. Here we go. That's a great feed. And we're going to have another stoppage. And it's going to be a foul call on, I believe it's Gates. The Celtics will take it out on the side. About 3:37 a play. And that's a great drawn up play. And they knock down another 3. So, it is not looking pretty at the moment. Defense looks like it's picking back up right where it left off against the Grizzlies. That was an air ball by Williams. That was a very bad miss. Other way now. Drive into the paint. Looks like Gray got pushed under the basket, but it's going to count anyway for Boston. And we're going to have another timeout with about 3 minutes and 1 second remaining. So, it's not looking promising at the moment, I would have to say. And we've got pretty much the same scoring. Gray's got 4. Dayron's got 4. Cam's got 2 and Kess's 2. Shooting's gone up a little bit. Still not a 3 to be made. And the Celtics are shooting lights out from that exact same position. Only the 1 dime for the Nets. Ball movement's probably got to be a little bit better. And turnovers have to remain down. But at the moment, it's pretty free-flowing, this game so far. Which you do like to see. All right. Alright, so we got another side out. And play will resume. Williams to Sharp up top. Duke. Oh my god! Jesus Christ! Duke with the poster. That was unbelievable. Incredible hops. That caught me off guard, I'm not going to lie. That's a good wraparound pass by Boston to, is that Justin Jackson? Who used to play for the Kings and the Mavs. That's a great feed to Sharp under the basket. And a couple quick possessions has sliced the lead down to 6. Jackson gets to the paint. And that's well stopped by, I believe it was Sharp, the brick wall in the paint. We'll be going the other way. That's a ridiculous dunk by Duke. Jesus Christ. Alright, well, the play resumed. Williams took it through the hole and was fouled. Okay. So 22-16, they have fought back quite a bit in this game so far. And the first free throw is good. And the second free throw is also good. So, great positivity there to take it to the rack. And was rewarded with a couple free throws. So that's good to see. Kess is now defending a post up. And luckily, Boston were off. Probably too far away to be attempting a post move. Kess, yes! And he's left open for the 3 after that was a very positive screen by, I'd like to say, Alondas Williams after he fed it off. And we've gone on a nice little 9-0 run. Oh wow, that step back is just quite unnecessary. That's a good move. Kessler Edwards wide open in the corner. He is off on the 3 and Boston get it ahead. And a missed layup. David Duke made himself present defensively. And Alondas Williams off the glass. So the lead has been completely wiped. And the Nets hold a lead. I have to change the scoreboard because I forgot to start it back up again. That's a 3-point shot by Boston. And that's off. So they are getting into this habit of, wow, what is it doing? Okay, I need to fix this. It's not 33 minutes. That's a miss by Cam Thomas. I'm just going to leave it at this for the first quarter. So 23-22, Boston can't buy a bucket. Great pass to the corner. Decided to take it off the dribble, the Boston player. And that'll be off with 5 seconds left. Are we going to get a shot off? Great cross. And for some reason, I don't know who that dude is, but he pulled up his run too early. Possibly could have scored off the alley-oop, but the pass wasn't really favouring that. So, quarter's over. It is 22-23 in the favor of the Brooklyn Nets. It was a slow start, but after Boston went on a very early run, Brooklyn responded with a 11-0 run of their own. And currently the score, well, we'll look at the box score real quick. Boston have ended up shooting the ball not as well. Hit 4 threes, but they started off 3 of 3, so that's speaking volumes about their shot selection as of late. And for the Nets, well, leading the way is Kess with 5. And then, well, Dayron's got 6 as well with 6 boards already. I'm pretty happy with that. Really happy with that. Had a really good game. I think it was last game. Yeah. Where he had 20 and 10 and 6 offensive rebounds in a half. So it looks like he could be repeating the dose here. Cam Thomas and Duke have been quiet. Duke's had a really good poster dunk. But apart from that, it hasn't really been that flashy by the guard combo. And off the bench, no scoring to talk about except Alondas. Dayron's just a hype man, isn't he? He's a total vibe. He's loving playing the game. You can just see it in that interview that was just showing on ESPN there. And currently we've got the ball after Boston scored a 3. Somehow there's still 9 minutes. There's already 9 minutes 30 to play. Cam Thomas turns it over after driving into the paint and not finding an exit. And that's a really good score. And it will be 2 shots as well for the Boston player. So we've got about 9:23 remaining. And the lead is now 4 for Boston. Start the quarter well. Begarin is the guy taking shots, or a shot to convert the N1, and he does so well. Yeah. Mans has scored 5 or 12 points on 5 of 5 shooting. Man, I've got to really wake up on this. Oh my god, Cam Thomas gets met at the summit. And once again, I am behind. Oh, wow. Okay, another foul in the paint. And it's that same dude, Begarin, going to the line. And it will be 2 shots for him again. He's basically accounted for half of Boston's points. And first shot is good. And second shot is also successful. So on the floor right now is Kes, Cam, Duke. I believe that's Gresham. And once again, I've forgotten to start the timer again. You'll love to see it. Duke. And we're going to have another foul on the floor. And this time it is a foul on the Boston defender. And Duke drives to the paint. And the putback is good after Duke was unsuccessful in the layup. Boston defender met him with a bit of contact. Boston, it is that dude again. He definitely travelled, and it will be going the other way. So Brooklyn are down by 5. Started slowly, took the lead at quarter time, and since have lost the lead again. But but overall it's not an incredibly bad game. The 3-point defense has not been great. Cam Thomas on the drive, kick out to this dude named Moore, kick out to Duke, catch and shoot 3 is off, Celtic rebound. So they'll take it up past half court, and they'll look for an option, screen and roll, and beautiful drawn up play there. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout. So lead is back up to 7. You would suspect Brooklyn called the timeout. That's just a very simple roll. No switch involved. Cam Thomas had to come over and help and make something out of it. But unfortunately, 6'3" guard's going to do nothing against the roller. That is a big. So there you go. We have 7 minutes 49 left in the second. And the score is what you see on the screen. Top scorer of the game is Begarin with 14 for the Celtics, who has not missed. And then it's Kabengele with 7, who I do believe was drafted with the Nets pick a couple of years ago, but went to the Clippers. And for the Nets, well, Dayron still top scoring with 6. Bit of work to be done. Cam has found it very difficult in this game. The greater good, my boy. Hope you're doing well. I haven't really been looking at the chat because I've been too focused on this scoreboard working, because the other day it did not work. But, you know, I think we've finally got it going. It's finally working. And it's good vibes. This will be the stream overlay layout thing for the entire season. Put in a fair bit of work to make this, which I'm very proud of, very happy with it. So we take those. Yeah. So the Celtics are currently on an 11-2 run, which obviously isn't ideal, but you know, you do what you got to do. And we restart with David Duke handling the ball. So let's see what we can get out of the timeout here. A screen set by Dayron to free up Cam. Has to take a contested shot on the baseline, but scores. And the lead is back down to 5. All right, that's a drive, and that's a very easy drive by, don't know who that dude is, Moore. And that's an easy dunk. Dayron was just out-positioned. Pump fake sort of did that. That bounce pass by Gray was pretty shit, if I'm going to be honest. I accidentally just added points for Brooklyn. And the score is actually 34-27. So there you go. Okay. That's a good drive by the Celtics player that is off. And now Nets get out in transition. 5-on-4. Cam drives into the paint. Duke should have shot the 3, didn't. Took it to the paint and scored. I've been really impressed with his ability in the paint in the Summer League. I mean, it's not going to compare to the NBA, but I think he's earned himself the right to a standard contract. In case you don't know, he neglected the 2-way offer. Oh, there he is again! Let's go! Bro, he's on fire. He is on fire. And that was just him getting out in transition again. I think that's what he benefits from. You sign him on the roster and you have anyone like Seth Curry, Patty, Ben Simmons, Joe Harris. Life is good because those guys all benefit from transition buckets. So, yeah. That was a strong take again. I've been really impressed with his Summer League. And some really good defense here. He's making Oh, that is well done by Duke again. This time he forced the travel, and it will be going the other way. Boston player was falling into the backcourt, and Duke did well to trap him there. So he's been just a gun. He has been an absolute gun at the moment. Cam Thomas. Double screen set for him. He can kick it out to Gray, who takes it on the drive and scores 2 again. So that is just... I really like what I'm seeing with the ball movement here. So major improvements on the start of the game, where it was a little bit more lackluster, settling for three-pointers. Yeah. Once again, no swap on the pick and roll. And, whoops, that's not the team that scored. It's 34-36. That possibly could have been a push-off on Cam Thomas. But, bro, he has been struggling. Defense has been very well played on him. Boston out in transition, score the 3. So, yeah. I think he's really struggling with that at the moment. He's getting very much hampered, and he has to pick up his dribble, or is losing the ball, or it's being disrupted. Dayron's got it here in the post, and off the glass misses the shot. So Boston with ball in hand to the corner, 3-pointer, splash. And you wonder if we're going to call a timeout. Probably not. But the lead has extended via an 8-0 run. Duke takes it. Oh my god, bro. This guy is ridiculous. This time with the one-handed shot. Had to brace for a little bit of contact, but he just took that downhill and got past the defender like it was nothing. Boston get the rebound, and that was a tough shot. And I've got to remember to stop the clock again. It will be 2 shots for Boston. They've knocked down a few threes as of recently. David Duke's been really impressive, especially in this second quarter, man. So we've got about 4:16 to play. First free throw is good. (43-36) remains the score. And at the next timeout, we'll look at box scores. And he's off on the second. And Gray will take it up to Gates. Wide open for 3. Duke with the good screen. However, that one was short. So Boston the other way. They've got the ball on the wing. Post up. Skip pass. Corner 3 is off. Well short, and Gray with the board. So he'll get it back here to the corner. Williams, and he knocks down the 3. So that didn't really look like it went in. Okay, well, shit. I've just added 3 points for Boston. Okay, and that didn't look very comfortable. The score's 39-43. Let me just reset that. Gee, that was a good-looking shot. It barely even grazed the net. All right. So Boston have it. Gray's guarding. Gates in the post. Try to bounce it towards the cutter along the baseline, but it will not work out. And it will be a side out for Boston. Jackson drives and missed it. It's going to be basket interference. Wasn't even going in, and unfortunately, Raekwon Gray decided to touch the ball whilst it was already sitting on the net. So it was definitely falling out, and he's just whacked the net. So there you have it. Gray will get it now. He's getting involved. Kess, I do believe Toe was on the line, but he didn't score anyway. So no score there. Empty possession. Handoff to the wing. 3-pointer is good for Boston. Once again, they got some good plays being run, and they're getting a lot of wide open threes as a result. Duke drives, and Kess with the response. So Boston lead by 7. That was a good feed by Duke. I think he recognized that the defense was going to collapse on him, so he did the right thing and fed it out. Boston with a great play here, but he's just blown a wide open layup, and Gray will control. In transition, corner 3 was on for a split second. He didn't shoot it, and the floater is off. Oh, it looks like it's going to be Boston ball, I do believe. I'm not sure. Kess, fought on the boards pretty well there, but I don't think he's going to be rewarded. So we're just going to fix up the timer to that. As you can see, that is the situation. There is quality basketball played in the Summer League. Where does the Summer League coach come from? The Summer League coach for the Nets comes from here, Australia. I do believe. I think he's coached here, but he was the G League coach last year. Yeah, he was the G League coach last year, so he does have an idea of development. And I do believe he's an assistant coach on the actual Brooklyn Nets team this year. In what has been pretty much an overhaul for the Brooklyn Nets coaching staff. A lot of outgoing and a lot of incoming. So, yeah. But we've had some good basketball played today. It's been a much cleaner brand than I reckon you could say the Nets Timberwolves game offered. A lot of things are working well today. The scoreboard's finally working on this overlay, which is great. I've just got to get used to it. But it will be implemented for the entirety of the regular season. Hopefully I don't screw up too many moments by not having the accurate time or accurate scores. So yeah. It's going to be a Boston side out. I believe Kess, well, he got a hand to it, obviously. Fought on 2 offensive rebounds prior to the timeout. But we resume, and the score is 48-41. That is a very fast drive, and we're going to have another foul. On the floor. Going to be a side out for Boston. That's a great pass. No hesitation. And he scores for Boston. Soft touch. Sat on the rim a little bit. And went through. So, Nets down 9 after leading by 1 at quarter time. Cam looks to take it himself and nearly lost his dribble. And we're going to have another foul on the floor in the favor of Brooklyn. And I believe it will be on Kabengale. Oh, Cam's shooting a tech, it looks like. So, not sure what that's for, but It will be Nets ball on the side with 1:36 to play. Cam feeds it to Sharp, who looks for options. Williams now in the corner. Skip past the Cam. Pulls up and misses the shot. So he has just been badly off from the field in this game. And now it is Boston's turn to extend the lead into double digits, but that won't be happening. Offensive foul, push off, and Cam Thomas was the victim there. So he put a little bit of mayo on it, but he made it clear enough that the referee would see and pay a little bit of attention. Game restarts, and now Kessa's got it. Dayron. Bounce past the Cam under the basket. That was well tipped by the Boston defender. Good recovery. And with about 56.1, it's passed into Cam. He's got a shooter with 2 seconds on the clock. He's well defended. It's a turnaround and it's an air ball. So 48.4 to play. And it's 50-42 Boston going into the half so far. And we'll have the game clock reset to 49. And a side out. Duke is picking up the ball handler from pretty much full court. And he drives and scores. No resistance on the defensive end. They thought he was going to give the extra pass, but he did not. And now Duke kick out to Gates. Possibly travelled, then faked the pass, and then was caught in two minds as to what to do. And I believe he was fouled. So it will be a couple shots. I have realised the game clock is significantly faster than ESPN, so I probably need to slow that down a little bit. And that is a shot made by Gates from the line. To make it 2 from 2, you bet. And it's an 8-point lead to Boston. 32 or so seconds left. And you would suspect Boston hold for the entirety of the 24 seconds. They get blitzed. Oh, wow. Overcommit on trying to steal the ball. We get the rebound. Duke takes it all the way with the Euro and is fouled with 7.1. And it will be a couple of shots for him. We're just going to change the timer. Duke's free throw is good. There's just another prime example of him going downhill. Does that successfully almost every time. He always gets something out of it. He may not score, but he may get the foul call. He may open up the court for his teammates. Scores both free throws, so the lead is back down to 6, and Boston won't have much time to shoot. It's a 3, wide open, and he's off. So that's the half, and the scoreline is 52-46. Leading scorer for Brooklyn is David Duke. After he started pretty slowly, he only had a couple of points. I have not been looking at chat once again. It's a bit hard to. I may need to open it up on my phone just so I can see what's Kyrie and Katie will be Nets in the fall, I predict. I'm not going to be surprised if that happens. I hope it does happen. Yeah. But don't be surprised if the Nets hold on to both of them. Kyrie, I don't think will leave. I think the package the Lakers want for him is just unreasonable. We're not going to willingly trade for Westbrook unless there's something else that is going to better our team significantly. A couple pieces that'll better our team. I don't think we're going to bite on that. Kevin Durant is a different story, but we hold the leverage, so I reckon we'll hold him. Any predictions on Ben Simmons? I know the question is not directed to me, but I'm literally... I think he'll stay. I think they've made it clear that they want him to stay as well. So unless there's an incredibly good package on offer, I think we need to see what he can offer. Because he's been removed from the system for a year. I don't know what he's worked on. I don't know what he's retained from his previous play at Philly. I don't know where they're going to play him, whether that's at power forward or point guard. So it's huge up in the air question. But it wouldn't make sense to get rid of him even when you haven't really trialed him. So there you have it. To be honest, yeah. If we can hold him, it doesn't make sense to do anything otherwise. So yeah. But it is the half. So yeah. Let me just get the stream up so I can have the chat open. Yep. Okay, that'll do. But if we look at box score at the moment, we've got Kess with 7, Raekwon Gray with 6, Dayron with 6, and Duke with 11. Cam with 5 points, so he hasn't been the greatest. He's got the worst plus-minus on the team with negative 17. And that probably really accentuates the impact he's had on the game, which is, to put it simply, absolutely nothing. Yeah. David Duke's been really good. 4 dimes as well to go with the 11 points. He has been... Well, he's done a little bit of everything, I have to say. Dayron had a strong first quarter, but in the second he's basically done nothing. Yeah. And then you've got the bench unit not really doing anything. So it hasn't really been a standout game. Kessler Edwards, I mean, he scored what he had. You know, he's had to score. He's had some wide open looks. And it's not really any surprises there. His shots haven't been overly difficult, but I think it's better if you make the shots than... well, obviously it's better if you make the shots than miss them, but wide open looks you need to knock down, and he has done that pretty well. So that's always a plus. But at the moment, we're just waiting for the second half, really. And yeah. All right. Oh, righto. Yeah, I think at the moment we've got to, with regards to roster construction, we've definitely got to get David Duke on a standard deal. That is imperative. Also got to probably get in, yeah, maybe another wing or probably backup big, because Clax can't do it all himself. We need probably someone that can do a little bit of everything, or do what Clax cannot. Because I don't trust Dayron in his second year to be the second year, or the backup big, the second big. Just doesn't feel like the right thing to do. Third quarter's about to commence, by the way. And the scoreline is 46-52. We've got to get the scoreline sorted. There we go. And the third quarter is about to begin now. Should be good fun. I would like to see a little bit more defense. Other day we had the Wolves on clamps at times. The intensity was much better. Today it hasn't been awful, but it's been a little bit lackluster at times. But David Duke, man's been an absolute joy to watch. His finishing at the rack has just been exceptional. I would say it's pretty high percentage. He threw one down over a huge big. So there's a lot to like from him. And if he can transfer that over to preseason and the regular, I'm going to be excited. Obviously, Bruce Brown is gone. There is a void to fill. Royce O'Neal, I think, will do that well. But at the same time, we need someone with a little bit more mobility, I feel. And whilst Duke doesn't have a really good floater package, at least that's what I think, from what I've seen, there is, he can do a lot on the court. Obviously still developmental, but at the same time, there's a lot to like. And he is someone that could be used on an NBA court. So game recommences, and it looks like we're going to already have a stoppage. And it will be called on David Duke. Obviously, fouls are a non-factor because you can pick up 10 or 9 fouls and not, get ejected. Which is a really weird thing about the Summer League. I don't know why they have that in play. That shot is off by Jackson, the push shot. And now the other way, the Nets. David Duke. Post up, kick out of Kess. Top of the key. And knocks it down. That is well done. Find the open man. It's pretty simple stuff. And it is Kess with the score. So his shot has been much improved. After a very slow start in the Summer League. Was finding his groove. And the Celtics respond with a 3, top of the key. And the lead is back up 2-6. Duke. Oh my God. This guy is unbelievable. Bro, he has been unbelievable. Bro, David Duke has been exceptional. Got completely bumped off it. And was able to score through contact once again. Bit slow to get up, so it sort of gives you the idea of the contact he received. But, mate, What a shot. He has been on fire. And there's going to be a foul on the floor with about 8:59 to play. It's just been joy to watch. We're going to get another foul? Nope. We're going to get a Boston score. Immediately from the moment Cam had to fight over the screen from the side out, he struggled and the team had to change their defensive assignments and it just threw everything off. Dayron, good post move and scores. Let the Boston defender jump and yeah, he capitalized on an opportunity, a window of opportunity. Boston now. We're going to have another foul on the floor. This time it's on Gray. And we've got about 8:25 to play. So, 3-point game. Been a positive start to this third quarter. Boston got it now. And that's a behind the back move. Spin. Nearly lost the dribble. Kess fell for the pump fake. That shot was well short by the Boston player. And now Cam out in transition 3-on-2. Kess, lofty pass to Cam, did not advantage him. Raekwon Gray catch and shoot. 3 is good. And I forgot to start the timer again. You'll love to see it. Just ignore that timer. Oh, there's another top of the key 3, which is off. Gray does well to fight for the rebound. We eventually end up getting it. Great bounce pass to Kess behind the back by Duke. Or not really behind the back, but close enough. And in transition, easy 2 for Boston. So it's back up to a 2-point lead for them. Double screen. Dayron looked like he was posing up for a 3. Instead, he traveled. And we'll just let the clock run to catch up to what the actual clock is saying. So Boston got it after Dayron was called for the travel. Off the glass, that's good defense by Duke. Dayron had an arm pinned and he still got the rebound. Cam, he should have kicked it out to Kess. Instead, he goes himself. And the floater is good. So, lead is back down to nothing. It's all tied up. Boston. Got it now. High screen set. Oh, what? Duke nearly was running away with that steal. And instead, he was just fell victim to the kickball violation. And finally, we've got accuracy with the clock. And it's a Dayron guarding the Boston player on the perimeter. It's a good feed. Cam did well to fight for it. I don't know if that's a jump ball or what, but it will be a... I'm actually not sure what this call is. But we've got a Boston side out. Dayron fell for the pump fake. He kicked it out anyway, the Boston player. That 3 is short. Duke with the rebound. And he passes to Gray, who takes it all the way and missed the layup. Great defense there by Boston. And the other way, Kess stays with the defender. Didn't give away a foul. And it looks like we're going to get a turnover anyway. So 6 minutes and 5 seconds left in the third quarter. And it is all tied at 59. And it's been a bit of a fight back in this third quarter. Not really complaining. Alondis Williams has come into the game. And Alondis out to Gates. 3-pointer is off. And Williams mistimes his jump. I forgot to play the timer again. Boston drive. Get caught up in traffic. That is a tough post move. Dayron with the easy rebound. And Nets can take the lead for the first time in a long time. Kess catch and shoot 3 in the corner is off. Looked online, but was well short. And now Boston the other way. That is a great drive and a great score. And lead remains at 2, like it has been for the last few minutes. Alondis Williams, that pass was unnecessary, and then Dayron tried it behind the back. And let's just say that was never on. So 5 minutes and 6 seconds to play. I'm just going to let the clock run once again. Good stuff. And we've got 5 minutes and 6 seconds to play in the quarter. And the lead sits at 2 for Boston. And yeah, good vibes. If we look at the box score, as per usual, box score says Duke is top scorer with 14. It's been good. A really hard take in the third quarter is where he's gotten his 3 points from in this quarter. We got Kess and Raekwon also doing exceptionally well. Not many 3-pointers taken, which I do like, given there's not really any capable 3-point shooters in the team, or at least high percentage ones. Gone to the line and haven't missed, which is a plus, and field goal shooting is pretty good if we look at percentages. And then for Boston, it's a little bit lower, but they've made more shots given they have taken more, and they've hit 9 threes. So yeah, but their free throws are quite a bit less, so it's sort of cancelling each other out. Realistically, though, it's pretty close, all in all. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I've seen from Kessler Edwards as well. He's been a little bit, as I said, a little bit off to start the Summer League campaign, but he has been since very impressive. It's been good to see. And Boston will take it now. Williams guarding at the top, right near the logo. And they'll get into a set with the ball on the wing. Couple screens set. Pump fake at the top of the key. Dayron is guarding him. And he does well to disrupt the dribble, get a hand in, and force the turnover. So that is lovely. Cam Thomas now is well picked up. And now Kess. Cam takes it off the dribble and was blocked again. So he's just not getting anything. 3-pointer in the corner. Well disrupted by the Nets defender to deflect the pass, which would have put him off a little bit. And then the turnover created again by Gates. So a couple good possessions by him. First the tip and then the steal. Cam Thomas, that is a tough score. No whistle. And he ties the game up at 61. So 9 points for Cam. Obviously well down on previous output in the Summer League. That's a good kick out. And the 3-pointer that was wide open for their big was off. And now Cam. Great cross. And he scores once again and gives the Nets the lead. So once Cam starts cooking, it could get a little bit dangerous. But Cam is still busy getting back on defense. That it was a 5-on-4 for the majority of the play. And Boston, easy as you like, score a couple. So 63 apiece, about 3 minutes, 10 remaining. And it will be Alondis Williams. High screen by Dayron. That's a good extra pass, but the pass to Dayron was a little bit awkward. He kicks it out to Kess. Cam in the corner fumbled the ball. Dayron, chuck up, mid-range 2 was never going to work out well, and Boston will take it the other way. Alondas guarding. And now, big man for the Celtics. Bounce pass to the big man in the post on the elbow. Turn around, off the glass. Was online, but it bounced out, and we're going to have a foul. And we're going to also have a timeout with about 2:28 to play. 63 apiece. The offense has really dried up in this second half. Boston only the 11 points to brag about in this third quarter, and the Nets have 17. So, done what they needed to do. And in terms of shooting, Cam Thomas actually hasn't been that bad from the field. He started really slowly. I believe he was 2 of 8. He's made 3 of his last 4, which is nice. A floater and a couple of drives. Usually he's made a living off the free throw line, but Boston have played some excessively good defense, and I think that's really good for him and his development. David Duke with 14, still top scorer, but Raekwon Gray and Dayron are banging down the door to make it 5 Brooklyn Nets starters in double figures. And off the bench, there's been a little bit of production. Basically, every single player that has played has gotten on the score sheet. Yeah. So, not awful. Dayron's a team best plus 13 in the plus minus, so he's been involved in a lot of good stuff. 9 boards to go with the 8 points and the 3 assists, and David Duke has 14 and 5, so he's been pretty good as well. I do think Dayron can play a pretty big part, though, potentially, for the Nets roster. I don't know how many minutes, but probably 13 to 15 minutes tops. It really depends if we get it back up big. Game restarts. And it will be Williams to Duke. Drive. And he tried the push shot. In mixed minds as to whether to shoot or pass it, and unfortunately it did not work out. Great pass by Williams to get it ahead, and Duke was fouled again. So Duke is just on the end of everything in transition. It was a great find. And let's see if Duke can score a couple and get the Nets the lead back. Obviously, we've been here before. The Nets were leading at quarter time by a very similar margin. In fact, the exact margin it currently sits at, 1 point. Yeah. Whether it holds, I'm not 100% sure. Duke misses the free throw. And the perfect record of the Nets shooting at the line is now null and void, and Boston restarts. So 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, and Boston will take it up. Screen set, and the drive. Well done by Raekwon Gray to get a hand in, and another turnover for Boston. That's a great pass by Duke. Gray completely missed the basket. And it will be Boston ball. So, minute and a half to play. That's a good roll by the Boston player, and he tried to put a Nets player on a poster. And Duke with the stare down as if to say, you're not dunking on me. And Williams from the corner with the little windmill action after he scored the 3. And it's 67-63. And we're going to have a foul under the basket because Williams severely undersized against Kabengele, or however you pronounce his name. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to bother trying either. Minute to play though, and it is a 67-63 ball game we are currently experiencing. That's a great find under the basket. Don't ask me how that's been permitted to happen, but Boston score once again. No defensive resistance in the paint. Duke, perfect drive to the basket, and Duke again with an answer in the paint. And the Nets lead is back out of 4, and we're going to get a timeout or a foul. 44.9 left in the third quarter. And we're going to get free throws, so the clock is a little bit inaccurate. And the free throw for this guy is good. Lead back down to 3 in the third quarter. And we've got 1 to come. And 45 seconds in the third. So let's have a look. Yep, it's good to go. And the lead is now cut down to 2. Duke, good pump fake. Top of the key 3 is good. And Duke has just freaking gone nuts in this game. And wow. Boston respond. Why is it not registering the points? There we go. So Nets are just going to let the clock wind down. Duke, 3 again. Pull up off the screen is off this time. It's not his shot. Boston, here we go. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Good defense. And Boston will not even get up a shot. It's a good quarter. Much improved quarter on the second. Love to see it. If we look at the box score, let me reset it to the fourth quarter. We've got David Duke with 20. He's been exceptional. He started slow. Last 2 quarters had 18. And he's got the second best plus minus. Donovan Williams off the bench. I believe he's on a rookie scale type deal with the Nets. Training camp deal, whatever. He's got 2 threes made from 2. Kessler Edwards with 10, Raekwon Gray with 9, Dayron with 8, and Cam with 11. So shooting has been up around 48% from the field and 46% from 3. Only 1 free throw missed out of 13. And for Boston, well, shooting splits are much lower. They have made the same amount of shots, though, as they have attempted 7 more. And they have missed 3 less. Oh, no, sorry. They've made 3 more threes, but they've attempted 11 more. So, don't know what there is to say about efficiency. But yeah. Last quarter's about to get underway very shortly. And it's been decent. It has been decent in the final showing of Summer League basketball for Brooklyn until the playoffs. Playoffs? What the hell am I talking about? Playoffs. Until the preseason. Dayron well done with the tip-in. And Dayron has got... Well, he's advanced to 10 points. Lead out to... what I believe is a 5-point game. Good spin move. but it looks like he may get pinged for a travel. So it's been a much more spread out performance, a much better team performance today. We were subjected to that last game, and we're getting a little bit more of it today. Last two games have been much improved. There was a really bad loss in there against Memphis, where defense was non-existent, and well, they fought back well. 83 points against, or when they played Minnesota, and now they've only conceded 69 points against Boston, and only 17 in the third. So they're well on their way to, conceding under 90. Cam Thomas 3 is wide open as a result of the Dayron screen, which freed him up. It is off though, and Boston the other way on the wing. They drive baseline, kick out. Dayron very physical, and it's going the other way. He's stood up really well defensively, Dayron. In the summer league, obviously he's a sophomore, so it's going to be a little bit easier to you've got a season behind you, and you can be a little bit more physical, or the physicality won't affect you as much in the summer league. Obviously against some male bodies, developed male bodies in the NBA, it's going to be a little bit different, but in the summer league, you're probably not going to get pushed around. Cam Thomas with a nice floater, and Dayron has hurt his arm, and he's just trying to move it out. That's the last thing we need, but it looks like he's okay. Boston are off on 3. Duke to the paint, and it's going to be a goaltend. And David Duke once again too fast for the Boston defense, whatever. And Duke extends the lead to a 9-point game, and Boston have not put the foot off the gas, but they're sort of going out in a pretty sad fashion, I have to say. So there you go. All right, so Duke now has 22, and every Nets starter is in double digits, bar Raekwon Gray, who has 9. Loving the spread of scoring, which is lovely to see. We are still shooting at around about 50% and have made 6 of our 14 threes. So you take that and run. It's been a much improved second half on the first. Had a pretty... I wouldn't like to say a bad, second quarter, but sort of dropped off a little bit there. Boston getting a lot more threes, a little bit more cohesion. We couldn't make shots, and sort of falling into bad habits. But at the moment, it is looking pretty optimistic. David Duke has really helped fuel this run, and they were on sharp. So it's really been a team performance, I have to say, in this quarter, which is what you like to see. And we've got about 8 minutes 30 to play, and lead is 9. That's a good roll by Boston player in Kabengele. He got trapped under the basket and missed it. Jackson with the floater. He misses. It hits back iron, and it's going to be going Boston way. So they will retain possession, and they will have 14 seconds to have a crack at it. So side out. Oh, wow, that is just a really bad pass. And Gray out in transition was not fouled. He was stripped of the ball, but it will be Nets ball, courtesy of a side out. It looks like they may rest Dayron Sharp for the rest of the game, given he was bracing for his right arm, so right elbow. I wouldn't risk it, but it is what it is. If you want to get the final rep in before, you know, training camp and that, Duke is off on the jumper from the side out, and it will be Celtics ball. Nets set up defensively pretty well, and it's this dude from top of the key knocks that three down in the face of Raekwon Gray, and that's the first points for Boston in quite a while. And now Cam Thomas with the ball, 1-on-1, pass to Kess on the opposing wing, and Kess with the pull-up too. Haven't seen that an awful lot in his career, but if we can see more of it, I'm not going to be opposed to it. And now the Boston driver pull-up and off, and it's going to be not Nets ball because Cam put his arm in unintelligently, and it will be I don't believe it's going to be a timeout. Lead remains at 80-72. That is a great shot by Begarin, the dude who's been the top scorer for Boston. He's made some tough shots. That's a strong drive by their center, and there's going to be a foul on the floor after about 3 defenders for Brooklyn had to come over and help. It's going to be 2 shots for the big man. And, yeah. So, first shot for this dude, Williams, is good. And the second is good. So lead is back down to 6. We've got 7 or so minutes to play. And it's Williams to Thomas. Screen by Gray. Cam with the floater is well short. That looked terrible upon release. And we've got another foul on the floor. Don't ask me where the foul was in that, but it is going to be called anyway. And it will be a side out for Boston. I guess the intelligent thing about that was the fact that he was able to hold up the Boston transition play, and instead it'll have to be a half-court set. That is a great move by the big man. He tried the reverse, and whilst it didn't go down, the putback was on offer, and there was a Boston player ready to feast. And it will be Williams now to Gates to Edwards. Catch and shoot 3 was an air ball, and it was saved. And I've forgotten to start the timer again. And that's a great... Whoa. So they called a jump ball. I would agree with that. But also I'm a bit triggered by that, given he stood out of bounds. Or the ball ricocheted off him out of bounds. A little bit frustrating. We're just letting the clock run whilst there is a stoppage. And there's 6 minutes 15 to play. And the Nets are holding onto a lead that was as large as about 8. So it'll be a jump ball. We should win this. We've got a small forward in there. Except he's freaking slapped the ball so damn hard that it ricocheted off the infrastructure of the basketball ring, and it will be Boston ball. So they very much should not have gotten an extra possession out of that, but is what it is. Boston, cross, catch and shoot 3 from the wing is off, and that's a good rebound by Williams. And he's lost it. And that's a great play by, I believe, Jordan Bone. He used to play for, I believe, was it Detroit? Not 100% sure, but Boston have gone on a mini 6-0 run. Cam Thomas 1-on-1. Kess catch and shoot 3 again. He is feeling it. He is feeling it at the moment. He's not really hesitating on any 3-point shots. He has missed 1 of his 4, so he is shooting the ball well, and you'd give him the green light to shoot more. Can Boston respond? No, they cannot. The ball ricochets off the backboard and trickles out of bounds. So we've got about 5:17 to play in the game. And 5-point lead it is. So Cam Thomas with the ball. Picked up at half court. High screen by Kess. Cam with the blow by. The score and 1. And that is just exceptional stuff by him. I believe this is like only the second time he's gotten to the free throw line. So he's had, his life made much more difficult in this game than previous. But as I said before, that's part of the learning experience. He needs this experience under his belt because it's not going to be as easy in the NBA. Kess with the block after he couldn't secure an offensive rebound of his own. So Cam Thomas 1-on-1. Good move, blow by again, and he scores off the glass again. So now he's just taking a hold of this game, and it's a 10-point lead. Biggest lead of the game, I do believe. 8-0 run. In the last minute 20. And Boston shoot the 3. Top of the key is good. So they're not out of it, but they've got a bit of work to do. A bit of inroads to make. And Cam Thomas has got the ball here. Pull up 2 again. That is a terrible shot selection. And the other way. Boston driving kick. Nets defense collapses. And they weren't able to capitalize. No look pass by Cam Thomas. And Donovan Williams with probably the best game of his summer league. Mind you, he's been getting extended minutes, but he scores. And that was an exceptional dime by Cam Thomas. So Donovan Williams with 8 points and 3 or 4 shooting. Couple assists to go with. And he is good on the free throw. So great game by him. And Boston. Oh, that is well defended by Duke and Edwards. Starting 5 on the floor except for Dayron. Oh, that is a well-made shot by I forgot his name, but he's the top scorer for Boston. And he scores that one high off the glass from a drive. With about 3:43 to play. And he has the chance to convert an and one. So Boston, every time the Nets get it out to double digits, the Celtics are there on their grill. Just, trying to chip away. Thomas, he is blitzed. Edwards thought about the shot. And Duke traveled. So It is a turnover. Boston can slice the lead a little bit more. They shoot a 3 over Gray, and that is an air ball. That is not going to help you one bit in a close game, and probably not the right shot selection either. So 3 minutes 20, winding down in this game, and Edwards will take a seat. So Cam Thomas to dribble this one up. Raekwon Gray has been playing small ball. And Cam Thomas was fouled, and he felt the contact and made sure to let the refs know about it. So it will be a couple of free throws for Cam Thomas. And here we go. So free throw is good for Cam. And he has, like a couple games ago, beefed up his stat line. Yeah, right at the end of the game. So with 3 minutes to play, lead sits at 9, and Boston have a bit of work to do. I keep forgetting to start the timer. That is a wide open score for the Celtics big man. And Brooklyn, well, they can't just sit back and relax here. We've got to score a few buckets just to solidify the margin. Duke, one-on-one. I would back him in to drive it to the paint. And he did exactly that, but he was stripped of the ball, and Boston will score. With about 2:20 remaining, my clock is behind. And we're closing in on what could be a grandstand finish. Oh, wow. So there is a foul on Raekwon Gray. Not on Raekwon Gray, but he was the dude that got fouled. And I believe he's going to the free throw line. So yeah, got a couple of minutes to play. There is a timeout being called, I believe. And lead sits at about 5, hanging on to a slender lead. Cam Thomas has silently gotten his score up to 20, and he's had the 6 dimes, and some of those have been really good feeds. David Duke with 5 dimes as well. He's at 22 on the game, shooting above 50%. It's been a really good spread of scoring. Every scorer in the every dude in the starting lineup has had 10 shots, and hasn't made less than 4. So, pretty efficient. Scoring has been pretty strong throughout the day. Percentages have been high. Shot selection's been good for the most part. And yeah, it looks like it could be a tight finish to this game. But in saying that, I'm not fussed. But you would hope. Yeah, you would hope that we can hold on here. We've been in the league for the best part of the second half, or in the lead, not the league. Yeah, but we should be right. We'll see how we go, though. Free throws for Gray, and with that free throw make, he makes it 5 out of 5 starters for the Nets in double figures. Second free throw is good for Gray, and we have about 2 minutes to play, and the lead is 7. So shots need to be made for Boston. It has to be pretty flawless from here, and we're going to get another foul on the floor. David Duke this time will pick it up. So 2 minutes 3 seconds to play. And Boston have possession. Good screen for Jackson. He missed a three-pointer. Had a bit of daylight to get the shot off. And Boston got an offensive rebound. Of course, I freaking forgot to start the timer again. Typical stuff. Duke's got it with, well, a minute 44 to play. Cam Thomas on the drive. Turnaround jumper is good. Bro, good luck stopping that. Second year player that can do that. He's been a bit shit from the field in the first half. Boston have to save that. And Kabengele does well. Three-pointer by their leading scorer. And it is off. And it looks like Brooklyn will hold. And will probably end up winning this game favorably. Cam Thomas will just slow the play down. There's not really any need to rush it. There is a minute 5 seconds to play. Cam Thomas on the drive, and he scores again. And this guy's been exceptional. In the last quarter, he has just switched things on, and we will be closing in on the final minute. Edwards, cross court to Duke, and you would just think he just holds the play up. He's doubled. And it looks like we're just going to... Well, the Celtics aren't looking to foul here. It doesn't look like. Duke. Oh, my God. Bro. David Duke, man. He is a gun. Again, through contact, scored the tough finish. Boston to respond. Yeah, they do. And, well, I forgot to... What the hell's going on? 28 seconds to play. I'm a bit all over the place at the moment, but we'll just fix the time up a little bit here. Or fix the score, should I say. The time is a little bit off, but I don't think I'm ever going to get it fully bang on, given the clock stops every 5 seconds, and it's a bit hard to remember to do, especially on your first go, but your boy Raekwon Gray has it on the side, and Cam Thomas will get it here, and they are going to foul him again. So 24.5 to play. Cam Thomas is quietly just going to get like another 25-point game. He just does this on the regular. He had a pretty bad game for 3 quarters, though. He had 11 points. I mean, it wasn't awful, but he couldn't get to the free throw line or anything. He's just had the driver's mentality in this last quarter, and it's really paid off. So, got to, look to do that a little bit more. It's got to be the primary focus. So, look, he's got 24 and 6 times, and he's ended up shooting at 50% from the field. I guarantee you, it didn't come that easily in the in the early going. Not at all. Scoreline is 101-94. 24.5 to play. Second free throw is good. And there's going to be... Looks like there's going to be a technical on Cam with 24.5 seconds left. And he's talking smack to someone. I don't know who, but doesn't really matter. The game's pretty much done and dusted here. Things said before disaster, but he's at 15 points in the quarter, so he's more than doubled his scoring output in 1 quarter. So you love to see it. And Boston aren't really in a rush here. That 3 is off. Nets get the rebound through David Duke, and it couldn't be any more fitting. And the clock will run down, and Brooklyn We'll win the game, and that is a W. 3-2 for the Brooklyn Nets in the Summer League, and it's been a very, very strong end, should I say, to this Summer League campaign. We've got some viewers in the stream now. What the hell is this? Why are you all rocking up now? But welcome to those who have just rocked up. We'll run through the box score. We're not going to be here long. We were just here for the watch along. I wanted to test out the new overlay. The scoreline works well. It will be all here for the season, the regular season. Hope you are all doing well, those people in chat right now. But yeah, we'll have the game clock operated by me, the period operated by me, the scores operated by me, so you won't have delays, or you won't have a lack of synchronization between the scores and me, because usually last year ESPN decided to shit itself or always get ahead of the game, and what I was watching was an entirely different story. So this makes it a little bit better. But we'll look at the box score. Cam Thomas shot it at 50% on 20 shots. Got at the line a little bit in the last quarter. He had 14 points in the last quarter, which was grouse. He's done that a couple times in the Summer League. 6 times as well. Always been questioned whether he can pass the ball, and on a number of occasions he was getting a lot of attention, so he passed the ball off, and teammates were good enough to capitalize on that. David Duke with 24, 5 and 5, steal and a block, shot the ball above 50% and made a 3. So he needs to get on a standard deal. We need to sign him up because currently I believe I don't know if he's a restricted or an unrestricted free agent, but I would pick him up in a heartbeat. Dayron Sharp with 10 and 10. Mind you, he barely played the last quarter because he had a bit of a botched arm. So it is what it is. Raekwon Gray with 11, and Kessler Edwards probably with his best game of the Summer League with 15 points on 60% shooting and 3 of 4 from deep. So pretty good game. And then I believe who's on a rookie deal, Donovan Williams off the bench had 9 points on 3 of 4 shooting and made 2 threes. So shot it at 51% on the night, the Nets. Made 91% of their 21 free throws and shot the ball pretty well from 3. Didn't take too many of them. I say didn't take too many, but they took 16, which is a decent number. But yeah, and they had 18 less shots from 3 than the Celtics did, and shot it significantly better. So yeah, for the Celtics, Kabengele got 18, Davison got 17, and Begarin got 25. But they didn't really have the same spread of scoring that the Nets did down the stretch. So yeah, that was really good. I will be doing a full video on the Summer League where we analyze pretty much everything that happened, and that'll be coming out in the next few days or so, I hope. And we'll also be doing an off-season video like I did last year, which did really well. So we'll see if we can do that again. If you have any questions in the chat, let us know. Actually, I'm just going to listen to David Duke's interview. Okay, yeah, so he's just, it looks like he's put a bit of emphasis on finishing at the basket, embracing the contacts. And the reporter did shed light on this pretty well. Said that he can contort his body well, which he can. 100%. There's a lot of truth to that. So, it's good to see. But as I said, I will do all those videos and shit, in the near future. But thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this one. We will be back doing live streams again when the preseason rolls around. I do believe we have a game against Minnesota in October, mid-October. So that'll be interesting to watch. But that's going to be it. So thank you. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. But I'm out. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, everyone.